What was that?
Rojo. Am I saying it wrong? Oh my
I don't know. Like, is this one of those other language things you're doing again?
He's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but we didn't rehearse this.
Rojo. That's not how you're supposed to pronounce it.
What are you pronouncing?
Right in Spanish.
No, I'm afraid, babe, that's not it. She said Rojo. And I'm like, so what did you just call me?
Hey y'all, hey, howdy do. Hola. Buenos dias. Hey. I was thinking of other hellos, but
Yeah.
I couldn't. Hola.
I don't think you thought of them. You said them out loud. You said them. You didn't think them. You may have thought you were thinking. You were talking.
Because I'm in such a big, bright mood. Because we're going to discuss some big, bright colors that's represented on a big, bright flag.
A color.
A color.
A color.
Sorry, it's the casa in my can because it ain't in the cup. Oh, sorry. Hey y'all, what it do? What it do? What it do? What it is? What it do? It's your girl Nelly D on the ones and twos, and I got the one and only LOL, probably Drew, on Instagram, right here next to me. Yes. LOL, probably Drew. We're gonna give you a second. Go ahead, follow him real quick.
Please. That page needs some help.
Waiting. Boom. Thank you so much. Thank you for
and
go ahead and showing him
here
love
with
and coming
me,
back.
Miss Nelly Drayton, known as @Nelly Drayton across all social media platforms. Please show her some love. Thank you.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Anyways, we're not going.
We're definitely doing like a role reversal today. I'm like super calm and chill, and you were like beep bop boop boop, and it's like, is this how I be acting? But I'm like opposite of you.
He said bebop. I don't be. Do you be bebopping?
Girl, I be blacking out. I don't know what I be saying or doing until I view the episode when it gets posted.
Yo, listen. Hey, it is what it is. It's the Nelly Drayton show where what? Creative souls gather to go infinity.
I'm saying, I don't know. I can never remember that little like tagline that you have. So I was like kind of tuning into like, yeah, where do we go? Where are we going? Time to take a trip in my favorite rocket ships.
I can't. Okay, I'm sorry. My face hurts a little bit. All right. Yeah. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Yo, we got 60. Hold on, wait a minute. Shout out to the 66 subscribers on the Nelly Drayton channel. Hello and welcome. We hope you like it, love it, and want more of it. Thank you so much.
If they've subscribed after seeing one of those episodes, they obviously like us.
They obviously like something, and they love something, and they want more of something. And we're going to give that to you.
Maybe, depending on what that something is.
Well, today, on this Blessed Assurance Day, we're going to talk about Gabba Gabba Juice.
And red flags.
Red flags.
We're talking about red flags today.
Rojo.
What was that?
Rojo. Am I saying it wrong? Oh my
I don't know. Like, is this one of those other language things you're doing again?
He's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but we didn't rehearse this.
Rojo. That's not how you're supposed to pronounce it.
What are you pronouncing?
Right in Spanish.
No, I'm afraid, babe, that's not it. She said Rojo. And I'm like, so what did you just call me?
Rojo.
I love that. And that's staying in. That's 100% not how you pronounce that. Rojo. So we're talking about Rojo flags. So I was like, Did we switch topics in the middle of the show? Because what? You you said Rojo. I was like, look, we right here. Cause I'm like, yeah, what is that? And you're like, red.
My face hurts.
Sorry. So just to piggyback off that,
Oh, wow. Wow.
wow.
My stomach.
Oh. So today we're gonna talk about red flags. I'm seeing one currently. So we're gonna talk about red flags today in relationships. You can be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Gotta check in on my sister.
Mhm.
So we're gonna discuss red flags and what even are those. So what is your definition of like not necessarily what your like red flag is or what you notice a red flag is, but what is a red flag?
A red flag is a flag.
That's Rojo. Had to.
I was gonna say a red flag is a pole and a piece of fabric that's cut into a certain size, that is then stitched onto said stick, to hang gently on said stick and to flow to and fro and hang real low like these locks do for show. I'm sorry, that was a free bar. You're welcome. No, seriously, in real life, a red flag is like something that is just not acceptable. You're not accepting that. It's like, stop. Don't go any further.
Mm-hmm.
This person is showing you exactly who they are.
Ooh, there you go.
And
Oop,
and
there
on
it
this
is.
and on that note, either you gonna stick beside them with that color flashing like a cautious. If you keep going, you're going to get hurt. If you keep going, you're going to get some bruises. If you keep going, you're gonna see why they've been single.
Ooh. Good definition. A literal definition, and that was good.
Thank you.
For me, a red flag, and this is my interpretation.
Okay.
My idea of a red flag is something that you like see at first, and you're like, oh, that's cute, or like, oh my god, like that's so quirky, or like, wow, he's so funny.
Ooh.
That you like ignore at the beginning of the situation,
Mhm.
and then later on you realize, oh no, that really was like just
That's them.
toxic, and he was like not a good person, and I just liked the way he looked, or I liked that he knew such and such, or he was cool, he had a nice car, things that I think a red flag is something that you saw.
And
But
just
you either
ignored
choose
it.
to like use that as a justification to be like, nah, I'm good,
Mhm.
or you ignore it and you're like, it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Certainly he doesn't like eat like that all the time.
No, for real.
No, babe, he's pretty much an animal. So he eats like that all the time, like a dog.
Ruff, ruff.
How?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, oh, oh.
Oh,
I
all right.
mean, I will admit that I have ignored.
Oh, girl,
I didn't want to
please.
say
We
it.
all have.
I didn't want to say it,
We-
but I've done it.
Girl, you ain't.
I've ignored a few of them.
You are not. No, we have all ignored. The reason why red flags is such a phenomenon is because everybody has something to chime in on when it comes to red flags. We've
That
all
is
ignored
true.
it. We've
Yeah.
all ignored red flags.
That is true.
Girl,
What
I
makes you
have-
want to ignore? Because you saw it as quirky and cute.
Well, I'm for those who may not know, or don't know me very well, I definitely would classify myself as like a type A personality.
What is a type A personality?
Like very commanding, very like, can't push me over. Like I'm not getting mowed over, you know what I'm saying? Like very like a presence that's hard to miss. They're leaders typically.
Type A.
Type A personalities.
I feel like that's alpha. It's giving alpha.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely would classify myself as a type A personality. So I kind of think that I can kind of like power through anything. Like, oh, we'll fix that. That's not a problem.
Really?
We'll
Even when
fix
you meet
that.
someone with the red flag and it's waving?
Because I'm like, we'll get to that. Oh, the thing is like I don't ignore red flags. I take like a little
mental
like
note.
snapshot of it. And I'm like, we're gonna get back to that here later because I'm gonna fix that. And then they're like, oh no, that's not changing. I'm like, oh, and then slowly fade
Disappear.
out. Yeah. That's my thing.
Nipsey
That's my
Niles.
toxic trait is I see red flags as a green light. I'm like,
Well,
oh,
I mean, like
okay.
you said though, because I started chuckling about it. But like you said, everyone has ignored a red
Hmm.
flag. I've ignored several.
What is the worst red flag that you've ignored? That you were like, oh my God, why did I, like, what possessed me to think that this was going to be okay in the long run?
I can't say
Why not?
because the way my life is set up.
Your life
It,
is set up in front of a camera on a microphone.
3 to 5 business days for the checking to get into the savings, and then they could put the savings back into the checking. You want me to put that out there? I don't
I
want to
sure
put that
do.
out there. No.
It's a red flag. Somebody might need to hear that. Somebody might be watching me like, oh my God, that's what's going on to me right now.
I don't. The worst. So your question is the worst.
The worst red flag that you ignored and you were like, oh my God, why did I think this was going to be okay in like the long run? What
I
made
don't
you?
know. There's two because they're kind of similar.
Well, then just say that one.
I'll just give a roundabout because I'm not gonna go into details because I don't want the person to start messing. I just, whew, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I just don't want nobody coming this way. Don't come this way. Try
Why?
to
You're
bring.
protected.
But
You're good.
he said, "Run up, get that up." If we beep it, I got you. I don't think that you wanna, but if you wanna, please do. That's the beginning
I
of the song.
don't, so
And
I'm not gonna press you on it, but go ahead.
I would say that two individuals, they had a serious they had some
Substance problem.
alcoholic.
Yeah.
3, not 2. The third one,
See, there's nothing to be ashamed about talking
It's-
about that, though.
no, well the thing is it kind of is because the first one I had no idea because I never experienced anything like
Right.
that. So when, he would disappear for like 3 seconds and come sit back down, it was like,
Yeah.
why you keep disappearing? That's weird. That's strange. So
Yeah.
that was like, I shouldn't have ignored that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I was young minded and I really wasn't like paying attention to,
But that's like a textbook definition of like a red flag.
yeah. I just
Like,
completely
Seeing
was
something as like one thing and being like, no, it's okay. And then
being
later
naive.
on, well, yeah. And I think that's when a lot of people recognize, that's why people have called it and coined it red flags, because it's a red flag because it's like, ding, 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 seen that before. Ding, 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 like that's
with
familiar.
somebody new, you definitely
Yeah.
try to
So it's like now
be
you know
aware.
that if you're like with someone and they like constantly disappear or they're like doing some things, you're gonna be like, that's a red
I've seen
flag.
that before. What's
Yeah.
that song? Heard it all before. Yeah, I've heard it all, seen it
I
all.
heard it all, seen it all before.
The first one was like I was able to ignore it. The second one, it was like he hit it very well. The third one was like you kind of looked like you dabbled into it, but I just ignored it because you was very
That's a red
attractive.
flag. I'll tell you what.
Because some men are so attractive that you just ignore it. Like you don't even realize that you're ignoring it. You know what I mean? It's like you so fine.
Oh, trust me.
I mean, like, why? You looking like Idris Elba. Stop.
Look,
I can't even tell that you do substance looking like that. God.
Well, if you look like Idris Elba doing substances, what substance are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. It's
Okay,
scary.
I might
Well,
need to
of
get
course
on that too.
yeah.
Hold on.
Well, no,
mean,
not what
man
he.
is-
No. I think he admitted later that, like, he does cocaine, but that's
Oh.
another conversation for another day.
It sure is. We'll talk about that. No, I had a situation where I'll talk about it. I don't. You better than me because I'm gonna talk about it.
Well-
you know my philosophy.
I mean, they put you through it.
If they didn't want me to talk about it, they shouldn't have done it.
Whoop. Okay, so boom.
So I had a situation recently where I was, trying to get back into like the whole dating thing. Like I was really being serious about it. Some things had happened. I was like, okay, put things in perspective. I'm ready to get in a serious relationship.
Yeah.
Someone from my past had messaged me and wanted to get back together, and I was down for it. Sure, whatever. It's hard for me to say no to familiar things because it makes me feel a little bit safer than to go into something new. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew some red flags, and I already knew some things from our past that that was one of the reasons why I was like, let me see, because maybe some of these things have been changed or rectified or have whatever, and some of them had been, some of them had not been. Okay, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna out this person because they're not out. But one of the things I could, I really
If you
could. There was a
could, you
Facebook thread,
would.
and I could have, and I thought about it. I
Don't
was
do
gonna say
it.
I didn't. I took the high road. But anywho, this person has a tendency to throw my past in my face. So we have known each other for probably like what 7 8 years,
Yeah.
maybe less. I don't know. We think we really hit it off back in like 2014, maybe. I don't know. It was in between relationships, so we've known each other for that long, but we've only really like had a dating situation for like a couple of months at a time. Anyways, so when we got back together, of course, you stopped talking to me when I messaged you on Facebook like 7 months ago. You didn't say anything when we were talking, and I matched with you on Tinder. You didn't, message me back. Blah 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 blah. Last time I checked, you were DL and didn't even want to know that you were dating men.
Ooh.
So I didn't realize that you cared that much.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Hmm. So play this game where like I'm like, okay, you know what, my bad. Like I'll do better. You're right. I am known for being a little wishy-washy and being kind of hard to obtain. It's part of my charm. So I know that. I know that. I'm aware of that. So I was like, okay, if you want to be serious,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be serious. That was our exact conversation. If you want to be serious, I'll be serious. I'd be
Right.
fucking around because I thought you'd be fucking around. I thought we would just have a little, friendly flirt, maybe like, an occasional hangout, and whatever happens, happens. I was cool with that too, but you was acting like you wanted to be serious. Okay, I'll be serious. Girl.
Mm-mm. Ooh. Ooh. Damn.
Because
Dang.
I've really come to peace with it, but bringing it up, it's just unfinished business. It left on blocks and no responses,
Yeah,
so
that,
it
that,
just
that
like
definitely does something to me.
the peace inside of me is pretend. I had to pretend that I'm at peace. So when I'm bringing it up, I'm like,
Slightly
I'll
irritated.
I'll talk about something off camera with you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so that was the red flag. Constantly bringing up like, oh, I'm over it. I'm over it.
But it kept bringing it up.
Anytime I had a problem, like had a catalog of issues that he's had with me, and so it's like,
So when you brought
com-
up issues with him, he was bringing up the
I didn't,
catalog.
I never even brought up issues with him. When I would do something that he didn't like,
It's when he would bring up the
bring up a
catalog
catalog
of
of things that he
information.
had problems with me. So it's like, to me, it started to turn into, oh, you trying to get your lick back. Oh, you trying to get your lick back because I hurt you.
Womp, womp, womp.
And see, the thing is I don't even think that I hurt him. I think what I did was I hurt his little ego,
Wompity womp womp womp.
which means, and I would know, but
I mean, see, look, let me go ahead real quick and get on that real quick, because that's one thing that I don't like. I don't like when there's like a serious like health issue or not health, but mental health issue between you and someone else, and then their lick back, or lack for better words, their lick back really is them trying to like bring up stuff that you've done in the past, and then they try to make it seem like you are still the same person.
and I even told him
That's
that.
kind of. Have you ever done that though to somebody?
What,
Like
get my
you,
lick back?
like you imagine them to be the same exact person that they were.
I couldn't. I specifically told him, I was like, the people that we knew, that we thought we knew then, like you thought you knew me, I thought I knew you.
Yeah.
I don't know about you as much as I know about me, but you're pretty much meeting a new person. I've changed
Right.
almost completely from the person that you knew back in like 2014.
Right, and that's why I said that, because it's
Yeah.
like I don't do it often, so I wonder if people pick up red flags on me if they're like, oh, she's still the same, or she's speaking the same language, walking the same walk, talking the same talk. So it's like I don't know, the person, I know who you're talking about, but for him to, I don't know, something about having a catalog just makes my head hurt, because it's like
But my thing is like, don't say that you moved on when every time you have a concern about something, you pull out this
got a catalog.
scroll
We going
full
shopping?
of things to say, oh, well, I may not have an issue with what you're doing now, but it brings me back to an issue that I had with you 5 years ago. It's like,
And this is not
that's
a grown
5 years.
man. That ain't no grown baby.
You want to know what the red flag was? Here was the red flag. He got mad at me because he had gotten a promotion at work that he had told me about like a week prior.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to know that the interview went well. He got a call back. Like, I was supposed to know that and then congratulate him on a random ass Friday. And he got mad at me and stopped texting me.
Because you didn't know off the top.
Because I didn't just text him and say,
how'd it go? Instead
Yeah.
of him just updating you.
And so when I finally messaged
Lord
him
have
like that
mercy,
following Monday, and I
Jesus.
was like, because remember I told you about how we like, had a talk and he was acting real shady. So I messaged him on Monday and I was like, oh, so we just gonna like not talk to each other like that? I guess that's what we're doing. And then he was like, well, I was in my feelings and blah 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 blah. And then you did this, you did that, and it's like, wait a minute.
Sir.
We talking about an issue from 5 years ago when we were having a problem from Friday.
This is
So
why
what was the problem? The problem from 5 years ago or the problem from Friday? Which one is it?
This is why I'm single.
Well, that's why I'm single too.
I can't. Like,
We did that.
I had one thing I have
That was
noticed.
a red flag, though. I should have known right then and there. When
he
instead of talking
brings
about
up
the
the
issue at hand,
past.
you talking about something that happened 6
Years
years ago,
ago.
5 years ago, 3 hours ago, and nothing relevant.
Yeah.
And I was like, we had a good conversation. It seemed pretty healthy, and I was like, okay, you know, I made it very clear, like, if you got an issue with something, like, bring it up, because
Yeah.
I'm an adult and I can handle someone telling me about myself. You better let me tell you something. If you can give it, you better be able to take it. Because if I can take it, I'm gonna give it back. Don't you worry. That's what I do. So
I guess
a
my
mess.
issue. I
A
mean,
mess.
it's my issue. See, with red flags. So, what do we want people to understand from this conversation with red flags?
Trust your gut. When you have a feeling like, because I get it.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been out of the dating scene for a while. And I know for a lot of people, dating is difficult. And it doesn't help when you have children. It doesn't help when you have like a full-time job. It doesn't help when you're building a career. Dating is hard. But realize that here's my thing. And this is silly. And this is only because of the day and age that we live in. The texting game. Girl, do not engage in that texting BS. Because let me tell you something. Where's my phone? Where's your phone? What's your brother doing right now?
On his phone.
Thank you. So if you don't text me back and you're telling me, oh, sorry, I'm so busy, I just said, girl.
It's a game.
That, like, to me, I don't care about texting.
Yeah.
I could never text a person back.
Not all day now.
I truly, my phone is literally like a calendar, calculator. I use it more for stuff like that than I'm doing my texting. I don't even really be
Same.
using my phone for real. If my friends need me, they FaceTime me. We don't even text. We don't.
I be telling
We
these
don't.
guys that they don't listen.
I don't text.
I be
But
trying to tell.
let me
these
tell you
men,
something.
Lord.
There is, I come up, I've been giving excuses. Oh, sorry, I was on my phone, whatever. But I get back to you.
Yeah.
But these texting games where people act like they do not have their phones almost surgically implanted in their hands at all times. Come on. I mean, really?
Come on, surgically.
So when they start playing these kind of games, girl, I know it's hard because you try to justify, like, am I crazy? No, you're not crazy. It's a game. Don't feed into that texting BS and trust your gut. When you have that feeling where you're like I've had feelings where literally out of nowhere I'm just like, I know he's doing something. I know he's doing something. And I could be just dead in the house, just chilling, not even thinking, and just something comes over me and I'm like, he's doing something. It makes me feel like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's just my gut telling me, like, whether it's true or not, something's not right.
Something's up. Yeah, something's arising.
Something's not right.
But I mean, that's when you really think about it, though. I hate to be this person, but I'm gonna be this person. I've been this person on several episodes, so this episode I'm definitely gonna be that person.
Be it.
But some of these individuals who are available to date, some of them are not emotionally available.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I said available. Anyways, some of them are not emotionally available to go beyond what they're giving you. So what they're giving you is literally all they got, because what's a red flag to them? What's miscommunication to them? They're not even emotionally tracking that they're miscommunicating.
Yeah. Here's my thing. Like, this is what I hate. And I date men, so hear me out. Oh God. Sorry. See, phone. I'm aware. just gonna put you back
Listen,
and
I
get
know
them
I be
away.
look. I'm over here
Um,
bombastic side eyeing my
okay.
phone.
What I don't like is someone who can't, like, when it comes to the emotional unavailability situation.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand someone who just cannot, like, say how they feel. You don't gotta
Really?
get on your hands and knees and cry and beg or nothing like that. Just say, you pissed me off. Okay, that's a real feeling. Or,
Mm-hmm.
I'm agitated with you. You
Mm-hmm.
hurt my feelings. You made me upset.
Yeah.
That's real shit. Because
And
that means that you're a human, and I love that. Because I don't want to date, like,
somebody
some,
that can't communicate that at all.
you know. And, like, my whole thing is like, I am very emotionally intelligent. I mean, not to
Yeah.
brag.
Oh,
But I am.
yeah.
And so I know I can peep a vibe. I can peep a shift, a change. I can peep that and navigate that. But that situation requires two people.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot be the conductor of a train that is detached 2 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just driving my little cart. If you want to be a part of the train, you got to stay connected, which means you got to give me stuff too.
Wow. Come on, stay connected.
You
That's a
gotta give me
thing.
stuff too. I cannot run the ship solo. I
Well,
can, but it's
what's
not
that saying about it takes two?
to tango.
Can't tango by yourself.
I mean, you can, you're just gonna look a little crazy. Okay, you
I
can be
already
like,
look
"Ooh, ooh,"
crazy,
they can
so
be like, okay. But I don't know. It's just my thing. Maybe this is just my relationship, priorities or whatever. But I just believe that a relationship requires two people to give 100%. I think we talked
absolutely.
about
It's not
this.
50. I think we did.
And we talked about
Or
this.
it may have been off camera.
It was off camera. We didn't talk about it on
I was
camera.
gonna say because I'm one of those people. I don't believe in 50-50.
No, if you're giving 50 and I'm giving 50, yes, when we're together, it's 100. But what happens when we're not together? Then you're only half in, which means you can go talk to that person and go flirt with that person, get that number, and then go text them while we lay in a bed. When we're supposed to be 100 when we're together. But I need you to be 100 with me at all times. That way, when you're gone, I don't have to sit here and be like, oh my God, he's going to the bar with his friends. Well, I'm going to have to, like, pop up. Or I'm going to have to, like, stay up late and see if he's home, see if he smells different, see if he's acting funny, see how drunk he got. No.
No.
Because if I know that you're
Not
100 in with me and I'm 100 in with you, baby, you can do, like, people are going to be like, how are you so comfortable? My man's 100.
Mm-mm.
And that doesn't exist. Like, I
It's very
can't
rare.
imagine the last time I felt like someone was being, like, giving me 100.
Yeah.
Getting it, let me tell you something.
It's definitely not as common, and that's why there's so many conversations, podcasts,
That
videos,
talk about
YouTube videos
relationships.
that talk about relationships, so many books, because it's like all these conversations that we're having, but it's like
It's
you got
reaching
it's
only half of the people.
yeah, well, some people aren't accepting that that's their reality, that like you do not know how to fix or even acknowledge the fact that you possess strong red flags. You're not even doing anything about it. So now there's constant conversations. I saw this on Twitter. Somebody was like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing the men versus women relationship topics. Can we please change it? Can we talk about something else? Like, y'all don't have nothing else to talk about. And I was like, I low-key felt that. Like,
Yeah.
obviously there is more to life than relationships.
Yeah.
But because we are in a man's world, quote unquote man's world, there's always going to be headbutts and disagreements and agree to disagree about how women should behave, how a man should behave in a relationship, how your partner should behave in a relationship, how this is acceptable to some but it's not acceptable to others. And then it's like, well, when you put everything all on the forefront, then would you really have this many issues?
I mean,
I don't think that a lot of people are completely honest with themselves, and that's why this is my opinion. I've only lived on this earth for a good couple decades, and an extra couple days on top of the decades. But I have met a lot of older people who will say that their spouses, like, they just communicate so much that there is no room for red flags.
Yeah.
There's no room for red
Well,
flags to continue on.
the generational thing is back in the day, instead of going out and cheating on your spouse because they hurt your feelings, you would actually argue,
Stay there.
agree to work it out the next day,
Mm-hmm.
sleep in the same bed,
Mm-hmm.
wake up the next day, and try your best.
Literally.
Now, when you get your little feelings hurt, what do?
You
You
got
go on social
options.
media and you post little pictures so people can validate you. They end up in your little DMs. Y'all go meet up somewhere. You end up making a huge mistake. Then your person that you done cheated on blasts you on social media, and now you're a whole thing. All because you just didn't want to tell someone that they hurt your feelings? Wow.
I mean, I didn't want to tell him.
Okay.
Maybe I just didn't want him to know. I'm just... No, in all seriousness, before we...
Because
Because it's not going to be a super long episode. We're going to wrap it up here in a second. It's, you know...
It's a generational thing.
It is, because
Don't
I
do
feel
that stuff no
like
more.
as women, as anyone really, any individual on this floating rock, when you are whole and you are completely satisfied with the person that you are, and you are aware of yourself, you practice that self-awareness of how you communicate to a friend, how you communicate to your people's children, family, et cetera, et cetera. When you meet new people, that mindfulness should continue. If it don't, then that means that you're not whole within yourself. And then on top of that, you're messing up everybody that's coming around you, or you're affecting everybody that's coming to you. You're just not a good influence. So it's like
And here's another
that generational thing for real.
a good tip, and we'll leave out on that. About red flags is when you have healed yourself, or when you have given yourself enough love to where you don't feel like someone needs to pour into you for you to feel some kind of love. You won't be searching for anything that can potentially fill you up. You'll be thinking of something that's going to be adding to what you've got. That'll help too.
And drop the
Just
mic
saying.
on that one. I wish I could take it off and just... Oh,
I was gonna throw my mic. Beat them up.
oh, he said...
I beat the mic up tonight.
heard-
Welcome back, season 2.
You know what?
Ah.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh,
y'all.
she liked that.
I'm sorry,
She
y'all. I'm
likes
sorry. It's been a
that.
minute.
Alright.
We've definitely, shout out to the tan. We've definitely
He's been
have
outside.
with the glasses. Y'all see his glasses?
Oh.
Before we shut it down, because we were okay. Overall, let's just wrap it up real quick,
And
because
just give me some love. Red flag.
So-
I need love, y'all. I'm not full.
I mean, but you know what? A giving person tends to be unfulfilled. So here's the thing.
I'm giving a lot.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. We just want you all to just kind of hear our thoughts and opinions on red flags and things like that. But overall, just kind of look out for them. I mean, they do affect the creative space. I will say that for a fact. I feel like that's common knowledge, but not all common knowledge is common knowledge. So when you... I heard that. Said, So when you continue to tap into who you are, and you're trying to figure yourself out, and trying to continue to learn how to love yourself and love those around you, and you're growing, just be mindful. Okay, we're not going to go into a big deep spill about red flags, because it's like when you give attention to negative things, you know, you should do it to a certain degree, but don't do it too much, because then you're giving it power a little bit. But that's just my opinion. That's how I've dealt with things thus far. But either way it goes, the point that I was getting to is like it, love it, and learn from it.
Oh, okay.
And you can want more. You can want more of it. But next topic, I don't know. We might not talk about that. I want to talk about these glasses and this tan before we get off.
Oh.
Because I don't know if y'all noticed, but LOL probably Drew
I
has
didn't wear
glasses.
a hoodie for a reason today. I wanted to show off.
He wanted to
I've actually been working out a little bit and doing like volleyball. So, hi, y'all still want to get in my DMs? I promise my red flags are like off red. They're rojo. They're not red. They're rojo.
Did I really say it like that?
Girl,
I said
you was like
rojo?
looking at me like I was talking a different language, because you were like rojo, and I was like,
I'm sorry. It was the casa and the can, because it really wasn't in no
Girl,
cup.
yeah, it was not a cup. That cup wasn't running over. That can was full, and you pretty much shotgunned it right in front of my face.
Well, and on that note,
Red flag. I'm just kidding. Rojo flag.
you know what? You know what?
Okay.
You know what?
Okay, I think we're
We're good.
Yeah,
I think we're good. I
Yeah.
think I liked it.
I loved it.
I want more of it.
Actually, I'm kind of okay with what I got.
You know what, y'all? Listen. Welcome to the Nelly Drayton Show, where creative souls gather to go Beyond. I was trying to do like a Superman thing.
Punch me in the head, though. I'm
Oh,
nervous.
you know what? And on that note,
Thank you for coming.
thank you guys. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out. A-Town, y'all.